Horses in the yard for the third at Kalgoorlie, another maiden, this time over a mile, sponsored by NJ Industries. Scratch number 4, Pirates Alley, and scratch number 11, Hutamaki. We start with Manganui, horse number 1, start 14 here, but only the first start for new trainer Helen Harding. This horse did sit on the speed 2 starts ago at Bunbury when It's a very good afternoon to all of our Sky Thoroughbred Central audience joining us on the Goldfields in Western Australia at Kalgoorlie for the last 3 races here on a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon. The wind is blowing quite strong and we're seeing a lot of horses make ground down the centre of the track from a little bit off speed, so cover does look like it is important here this afternoon. So if you haven't tuned into the first 5 races, that's probably the best bit of information I can give you. We're here in the Burgess BLA Handicap, the 70 plus 1300, and we see the emergence of a very talented 4-year-old called Debonnaire, who has his first crack at open company in the country area. But we start with a last start winner, number 1, Kick a Goal Son, who was a winner here over 1,200 metres a fortnight ago. The stable claimed off him that day with Chanel Cooper's 3 kilos, and she retains the ride here. Was able to work across from barrier 7 of 9, sit in the breeze and proved a little bit too strong late for false statement, and the stablemate Love Drunk Baby back in third. Does meet a similar lineup here. High Pressure was in that race, so was Love Drunk Baby and Vinyl, as well as others. So expecting here that Kick a Goal Son will run his usual honest, consistent race. He goes around an $11 chance here, number 1. Number 2, Irritable Rodney, was a first up winner without a trial here at Kalgoorlie. This track distance and grade with a really good turn of acceleration and beat a very nice one too in Abloh that day. Then was taken to town by trainer Neil Della, who's on strapping duties today. Was beaten 6.5 by an informed Playhouse Patron. Just found that step from open class racing in the country area to the metro area a little bit too far that day. A month later, he returns to the Goldfields. He does get back, but conditions are suiting, and Lactar Rumley rides him particularly well. He's a $12 chance here, number 2, Irritable Rodney. Number 3, Dance of Thunder, another galloper from Peter Fernie's yard, and another last start winner. He was able to get the job done beating Captain Rogers with 60.5 kilos in a lower grade, a 58 plus. He comes up here today to a 70 plus, so he gets a 4.5 kilo weight relief, and Lucy Fiore continues her association with him. You won't miss him in the run. He's very showy, this galloper, and he's looking to make it win number 4 at Kalgoorlie at start number 11. Been a really good acquisition for the yard, a $9.50 chance here today. Number 4, Uncompromised, Helen Harding prepares, Bo Edwards rides, hasn't been seen since racing at Esperance and going through the grades really nicely. A winner of 4 of his last 5 down at the Bay of Isles, worked his way through the grades really impressively, but it was over further than this. All of those victories were over 1,600. Imagine from that wide gate he does it a bit tough here today, but at his return, hoping to see him run well, he's a $26 chance. Number 5, High Pressure, was a winner in this grade 2 starts ago, and then last time out was beaten 3/4 of a length by Kick a Goal Son, who he meets a 1.5 kilos better for that 3/4 length defeat. Troy Turner's looking for a treble here today. He's already kicked home a couple for Peter Fernie. This time he rides for Brett Drury, and this horse is never far from the action. $5.50 and on the second line of betting. Number 6, this is our favourite and one of the most intriguing gallopers of the day. 260 into 225 now for Debonnaire. He's a 4-year-old by Piero out of the race mare La Moline, who was one of Bob Peters' purchases from New Zealand. The dam, La Moline, won 6 from 9, including 5 in a row at Ascot, and so being by Piero, he is extremely well bred. He raced for Peters Investments in his early days, but he's been purchased by Fiona Scott and New Connections, and he's gone from strength to strength on the Goldfields, winning his last 3 in real style. Drops down to 55 kilos here today after carrying 61 and 59 to effortless victories at his last 2. I'm going to go his way. It's a big step up today to open class, but he keeps improving every time they step him out. He's now at $2.20, Debonair number 6. Number 7, Vinyl, was a brilliant first-up winner, beating Kick a Goal Son, but since then the wheels have fallen off and she hasn't raced at anywhere near that same level. Trainer Ricky Brown's given her a 5-week freshen up just to try and put a little bit of sprint back into her legs. Brandon Louis rides from an inside draw. If she reproduced the first up run, she could win, but if she reproduced any of her last 3, then 50-1 probably is the right price. That's number 7, Vinyl. Number 8, Love Drunk Baby, a speedy type from Peter Fernie's yard who will burn across for Kesh Do Run and be there a long way. Gets better and better into the campaign. It won't be long before he's a winner again. He's at 20-1 today from that wide draw. Number 9, Evelina, returns to the Goldfields and now with Peter Fernie after having 2 first-up runs down in the metro area under Danny Morton's care. Both of those have been over the short course, probably a little bit better suited here today at 1300 and maybe didn't appreciate that heavy 8 track that she was forced to race on last start. Tash Faithful rides here at 54 kilos and she's an $8 chance, number 9, Evelina. Number 10, Kakadu, was a winner 2 starts ago when taking advantage of a leader's paradise under Victoria Corver. Was found out last start, ran 9th of 9, beaten 3 3/4 by Kicker Golson. Cassie Martin rides from an inside draw here at 52 kilos. Number 11, No More Dust, starts a trio of runners, all trained by Paul Tapper to finish our preview. No More Dust has never placed at Kalgoorlie after 15 attempts, and that's a concern for number 11. She's at 100 to 1. Number 12, the stablemate Northern Ivy, is probably better suited over a touch further than this, but was only beaten 2 lengths first up by Kicker Golson after going back for a mid-prep trial. 80 to 1 here today. Lisa Staples has the black cap on. And the final runner in this field, and the third of the Paul Tapper brigade, to be ridden by Chloe as a party, is number 13, Tak Shaka, who can show a bit of speed, so expect her to fire forward into a nice prominent spot. But the 3 from the Tapper yard do go round at 100 to 1, 81 and 71 respectively. That's a look at these horses ahead of race number 6, Burgess BLA Handicap over the 1300. My late mail numbers are 6, 5, 1 and 8. As we get deeper and deeper into this betting market, Debonnaire gets shorter and shorter. $2.60 the opening quote, into $2.15 now as he looks to win his 4th consecutive race. He, alongside probably Talk It Up, have been the 2 standouts of the Kalgoorlie season so far this year. And Debonnaire, hopefully today, can go from a 58 plus to a 70 plus with success. Vicky Corver's riding him with great confidence, and he's doing it on soft 7s, he's doing it on good 4s, anywhere from 1200 to 1400, and he's been doing it with weight. So he looks a progressive type here, and he's looking to win his 5th race at start 12 today. He's my on top selection, the favourite, number 6, Debonnaire. Number 5, High Pressure, rarely runs a bad race, and Troy Turner's certainly returned to Kalgoorlie in a bit of style today, having already kicked home a double. Number 1, Kicker Golson, works across into a similar spot to where he won from last start. He's a horse that is always thereabouts at this track and grade. He's had 13 runs on the Goldfields, and he's finished in the money at 9 of those 13. So you know what you're going to get with him. And the stablemate 8 and Love Drunk Baby, wary that he probably has to burn a fair bit of fuel early to get across from that wide draw and may end up punching into this pretty strong headwind. But in the end, I thought that he was probably next best at odds. 6, 5, 1 and 8. Very excited to see Debonnaire go around again here today. My numbers are 6, 5, 1 and 8. It's 6, 5, 1 and 3 for our caller Royce Newton. So we're both going with Debonnaire here in race number 6. Half of this field is loaded away, so we'll send you to the voice of Royce Newton for the call of race number 6 at Kalgoorlie.
Race 6 coming up here, the Burgess BLA Handicap. Really looking forward to this race. For those following their colours, Debonnaire will don the black cap, the favourite, ahead of Uncompromised, who's got the customary tartan sort of cap. And then the Tapper runners, No More Dust in the pink cap, Northern Ivy in the black cap, and Tak Shaka will carry the club's colours. So there are your colour clashes for this open sprint, which looks an absolute ripper on page. Getting very short now, Debonnaire into $2.20 fixed, $2.10 on the parimutuel. So you have to take the shorts in this field of 13, and there are no slouches engaged in this as Evelina's about to come forward. Number 5 to be alive in the main quaddie with Itzalance taking out the previous. So Uncompromised about to come forward and complete the line. Uncompromised. And the same silks as the favourite, Debonnaire. Debonnaire with the black cap. 1300 ahead of them. Stand by. Ready to go. And the gates fly back. They're off racing. Kicker Golson stepped well. Likewise with Love Drunk Baby pushing forward. There goes Debonnaire wanting to be on speed today. And up there as well just behind these Tak Shaka. They were being followed by Vinyl, No More Dust, Evelina. Then midfield we had Kakadu with Northern Ivy, a further length to High Pressure in the second half of the field. 2 lengths then to Dance of Thunder, Irritable Rodney, and at the tail it's Uncompromised. So Love Drunk Baby shows the way just over a length on Kick a Goal Son. Then we had Debonnaire in a perfect position, third. They were followed by Tack Shaka, Vinyl. Next of all, No More Dust, being followed by Evelina In Touch, Kakadu. Then to the outside, Northern Ivy, followed by High Pressure, Dance of Thunder. Well back then to Uncompromised and Irritable Rodney. 500 metres to run. They approach the straight. It's Love Drunk Baby held together, showing the way 3/4 on Kick a Goal Son with the claim once again today. Then we had Debonnaire, who's just getting into the clear now. About to be asked for this favourite. They were followed by Vinyl, the fence, and then down the outside, No More Dust with Dance of Thunder. It's Love Drunk Baby, but here's Debonnaire on the scene quickly. It's Debonnaire who went to the lead from Love Drunk Baby, Kick a Goal Son, Dance of Thunder late. But Debonnaire in front with 50 to run. He's looking special, isn't he? Debonnaire goes on and wins from the same colours in Uncompromised, different trainer. Ran second, third in Dance of Thunder. They were followed in next of all by, at the head of the others, Irritable Rodney with a nice sectional, Kick a Goal Son, High Pressure, Evelina Kakadu. Next in then we had Northern Ivy, followed by Tack Shaka, Love Drunk Baby knocked up quickly, and No More Dust was one of the last. Number 6, Debonnaire. Debonnaire. If you box the Boulder postcode, you've got the first 4, 6432. 6432, the numbers. Debonnaire, Fiona Scott and Victoria Corver. And a very strong win. Geez, Uncompromised has jumped out of the ground. Some sort of run that was. The horse was second last on the turn and has rattled home. Third in will be the 3, Dance of Thunder, who has proven himself at this grade. Of course, dropped in class last time out for a win. That's a good run. Attacked the line strong, and 2 gets 4th, Irritable Rodney, who jumped out of the ground late in the piece. So 6 your winner, Debonnaire. The money came and the horse did the job. By Piero from La Moulin, owned by Michael Harding, trained by Fiona Scott, and ridden by Victoria Corver. Debonnaire. That brings up win 5 at start 12 today. And he's just looking very special, isn't he? 6 on top from the 4, Uncompromised, Helen Harding, and Bo Banovic Edwards by Extravagant from Perfect Sized, owned by Michael Harding as well. So Pancho's had a day out in this race. Number 3, Dance of Thunder for Pete Fernie, Lucy Fiore, by Night of Thunder from Dance Across, owned by Andrew Ingles and Chris Wells. And 4th in was the 2, Irritable Rodney, who was one of the back markers and has jumped out of the ground. Neil Della and Lacta Ramoli. 118, 17, 35, 84, the last sectional, with Debonnaire returning 250 on tote. Got into much shorter with fixed odds betting just before the jump there. And Debonnaire, Victoria Corver doing a great job with this horse. No doubt, I think there was more in the tank if she needed it. And this horse going on to win by a clear 3/4 of a margin. 6432, the numbers. Interim after the running of the Burgess BLA. Race 7 is next, the DWE Electrical Handicap over the 1200 metres. The scratching is number 14, wins a lot. A field of 13 to go over the 6 furlongs. Your early favourite in a wide open race is number 8, Duo Muso at $5 from Peter Fernie's camp. Ahead of No Whispering at $5.50, likewise with Perori. $8 Kelly's Lizar It's another ripping race coming up in 34 minutes' time. In the meantime, interim numbers 6432 after the running of race number 6.